people. I'm gold. Kind of like the greenish goldish thing that's on the table, which we'll look at in a bit. We're, of course, today checking out the TSV808. There's the 808, which is the green thing, and then now there's the V version, which is a quite pricey version of the 808. Or is it? Vemuram is a company that makes quite pricey pedals. Sadly, they're also quite good. I've just had the pleasure of filming a Thomann video for the Jan Ray, which is just a good pedal. Now, do you want to spend 380 or 90 bucks on it? Well, it's up to you. But it's a good pedal. I can't bitch about the goodness. And whether or not you want to spend the money, that's up to you. Now, the TSV808 is technically an Ibanez Tube Screamer. Or it's supposed to be. But then Vemuram put their Vemurami spin. What's a spin? Their Vemurami spin on it. Wait, I gotta turn the beeps off. And, now, did it stay Tube Screamer? I don't know. We'll find out. But my buddy Scotty from Pro Analog Devices said, dude, don't judge Vemuram too fast on the whole pricing thing. Because apparently the chassis alone is... I don't even know what that chassis is. And now I'm remembering that Dan from Ibanez sent me a whole sheet with information, which I didn't read, and I'm gonna completely ignore, because now I'm filming the video already. Now it's too late. It's some kind of magic metal that shields things from whatever, and actually making that chassis alone is as much as other companies spend on the pedal, on the whole thing. And when Scotty says it, there's some truth to that. So before you judge, don't. Or do, whatever. Pedals are as much as they are, and if you want them, buy them. So, Hank is switching today for me, not Leslie. And so if Hank messes up where the pedal is, that happens, because it's all new to him. It should be there. Let's see. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. So, I will bitch about this not being labeled. I know it's a Tube Screamer. It's gain, tone, and level. But, they don't label their pedals. On the Jan Ray, level and gain was the opposite, so it was confusing. So what we have is gain, tone, and level. It's a Tube Screamer. And then on the back, there are two trimpots. One apparently to preserve more of the bass than the Tube Screamer usually does, and one for saturation, accessible from the outside. Now, something I will bitch about is... it's a 500 euro pedal, and the 9 volt is accessible through the housing, and it's on the PCB. I don't like that. Let me see. If I have an ultra boutique pedal like this, and it's 500 bucks, I want everything to be done to be ultra boutique. And for me, that means the 9 volt is secured to the chassis, which is extra work. I get that. So it's not on the PCB, it's secured to the chassis separately, but I want it to look like that. I'm sorry, that is something I expect on a boutique pedal, and most certainly on one for that much money. But enough of that. I have on the table the Tube Screamer Overdrive Pro TSV808 Vemuram Ibanez. And I actually don't own a TS808, but I have this here from Thomann because I made a video for them by accident. So we're of course gonna compare the shit. And I have on the table, which you can see, a Compound 44 from Flex Reaction, which is a little 4-loop looper switcher, which means we can actually hear them completely separate, if we so desire. This is just an old guitar, pretty beat up, nothing special, except that my name's written right here. It's just a beat up Israeli guitar. They didn't even have enough money to complete the headstock. It's just a McMahon. Just a Strat. Just a Strat going into right now the Sin 50 on the BB module, which is the Buxton Betty, which is a very clean Fenderish thing. Of course, we're going to go into tons of amps with these puppies. We're going to compare them against each other. We're going to compare it also with the humbucker guitar and into amps and pushed. And you want to know, I will deliver. So, clean. So, looper bypassed. And what you're hearing is the Tone King cab with an Reed MTP 440 in front of it, mixed together with the aux with the 412 creamback loaded cab. And now it's on. It immediately is apparent that it fattens, whereas the Tube Screamer usually leanifies. Sorry, this is fun! Okay, that's of course brilliant. Let's get some gain in there. It's just good. I'm impressed because it's good. Technically, the next thing I want to do before we go through anything else is answer the question, is it a Tube Screamer? Is it an 808? Yeah, I know what you're saying. You might be saying, well, wait a second, it's got the chip in it, and the chip and the circuit is I don't know about these things. I literally don't know what a Tube Screamer is, other than that what it supposed to sound like and what it looks like. I don't know circuits and chipsets and whatever. So even if it's based on or has the same, I don't give a flying rat's ass. The question is, what does it sound like? And we're going to find out. So we now have the amazing ability to switch between pedals, and I have the looper on the table, so I should be able to switch between pedals. So we're going to go, wait, here, that's that pedal. So flip-a-dank. There we go. I'm going to go everything up. The light on this TS808 is amazing because you literally can't see it. It's just brilliant. You can literally only see if it's on if you're right on top of it. Well done, Ibanez. Fix that. Okay, we noticed that we need a lot more level. Oh my god, we noticed that we need like a lot more level. Obviously, the Tube Screamer is being used by people pushing already driven amps a lot heavier as a metal boost with the gain down to thin out the bass to make an amp less flabby and more responsive by simply just doing its thin thing, which that does brilliantly. That's what the TS808 is known for. So levels are definitely different. So let's get gain and tone to where it is, and let's try to match the level. So I'm going to switch, which means heck needs to switch. And switch. It's quieter. Let's get the other one quiet as well. So switch. Okay, the Vemuram is clearly fatter. It has the same signature. Yes, okay, it's a Tube Screamer, but it's clearly fatter, which might not be what you want for the heavy stuff, but for the bluesy and overdrivey stuff, hell yeah. A Tube Screamer that's not lean, and it has a lot more level potential. So, Hank, if you switch for me one more time, please. I'm all the way up on the level on the 808 and back, and I got a lot more going there on the V version. So it is, I'm going to say this, it's considerably more fun. Whether it's worth considerably more the price, and I'm not going to comment on that. Because the fact is, I want it. Fact is, God damn it, that's so much more fun. If I A-B them, I kick the green one out the window and I want the goldish copper one. If I look at the price, I still want the goldish copper one. That's a fact. Whether or not I'm going to buy it, that's, I don't know. But technically, there's no contest. But we're going to get to pushing an amp that's already driven and see how it behaves there. Which means, for now, with the Strat, we're going to go into a couple of amps. We're going to stay in the Syn 50, but I'm going to switch over to the other module, which is the OS module. So let's see how it works in a Dumble-ish kind of circuit. Okay? Which by itself sounds like so. It's a fatter clean. Now that's fun. Let's look at this. This is the BE, which is a heavily modded Plexi by Friedman. It's the BE module, and that has gain. Let's see how much more gain we can give it. Clearly fun. So let's see what else we have. Let's get into some cleanish types amps, but not really. The Marshall Miniplexi, the SV20 is right there. So by itself. B should have worked. Well, it didn't. It's beautiful. It's not killing the amp. That's amazing. So that works really well. So we're gonna go into the Morgan. Let's see how it behaves in a Vox type setting right here. It's a Morgan AC20. I gets a bit fizzly there. Okay. I got them free. No. Okay. Using Catnip Black Spirit, which is on clean right now. Which is not a tube amp. And it works. Moving on into the orange Reverb 50 by itself. That actually works in the orange, and not a lot works in the orange. That was pretty amazing. Jet City Amelia, which is actually only $80 more than the pedal. So... Okay, that works extremely well. We're gonna go into the Sky King by Tone King. Hey, it's got a tremolo on. Let's leave that on. It's all just very, 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 very pleasant. Guitar switch. Eastman TSV808, one of those words. Let's do that in the, not in the Tone King, no. Let's go into the BB again, the Buxton Betty. That's just nice. That's nice. Let's check out the twirly purlies in the back. I have a little screwdriver. I actually think it comes with one. Does it come with one? No, it didn't come with one. The Jan Ray came with one, but I got this without a case because it's the only one Ibanez Germany has right now. So if we go in the back there, this should be bass, I think, right here, and I'm just gonna dial that down. This is saturation. Had it reversed. So saturation all the way up. And all the way down. Gets rounder, a lot more soft. I'll leave that right in the middle. No, I'm taking bass down, I hope. Oh, come on. Bass all the way down. Bass all the way up. Yeah, that's audible. Not drastic, but it's there. And I'm going to keep that also in the middle. So, question now is, how does it behave in a gainy amp? I have Marshall JCM800. That's pretty much a classic to pair with the Tube Screamer. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go switch to the other Tube Screamer and see what happens. Vemuram. I'm not in tune. So, but the point is, you can clearly hear that making the amp leaner and more responsive is something that the TS808 does, rather, well, because, well, that's its reputation. Whereas the Vemuram is probably something that I wouldn't use to push an amp to make it more hollow in the bass and more responsive, more attacky. It's something that I would use for overdrive sounds or to push an amp harder into leads, but not to make an amp thinner. Let's look at the difference again. That's the 808. Wait, what? Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't thin out your signal. In that case, in that sense, it isn't a Tube Screamer. And even if I take the bass all the way down, it's still not going to be so lean that it's going to do that. Which, you know what? It's not a bad thing. I think this is a Tube Screamer for the connoisseur. It's a Tube Screamer for the blues guy, a Tube Screamer for the pop rock guy, for the person that wants more, but Tube Screamer. If you're a metal guy, I'm gonna say stick to your TS808, which does a great job doing what it does. If I wanted to use it as an overdrive for many, many, many styles, and a pedal to take a lead sound and push it further. I don't want it to be thinner. I want it full and rich, full and rich is really what the Vemuram is. In that sense, it's not a Tube Screamer. In every other sense, it is. In the sense that you want to drop $500 on it, that's up to you. I definitely like it. It would be the Tube Screamer that I would want to use for everything other than getting metal amps clean or more responsive. So it's very, very difficult to say whether or not you should buy this. It depends on who you are. I'm going to say this. If you have pretty high-end gear, you have an amazing amp and cab and guitar and all that stuff, get an amazing drive. Which is what it is. And that's my honest opinion. Oh, by the way, Ibanez is paying me to do this video. If that means you can't trust me, don't. But you know the drill. That's how YouTube works. And I hope you have enough trust in me to know that if I had hated it, I wouldn't have made the video. And I would still critique things that I want to critique. Hank was switching today, not Leslie. He's much more beardy than Leslie, so no kissing after this video. And links below, and was at the end.